Hi, I'm Brenton Goodman, and this is You Decide. Today we're looking at a question that has come up more and more. When do ICE agents have to identify themselves? Now, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, commonly called ICE, is a federal agency tasked with enforcing immigration laws inside of the United States. Their work includes arresting people suspected of immigration violations, conducting workplace raids, and transporting detainees. But when an agent knocks on someone's door or approaches them in public, are they required to say who they are? Well, this goes to due process, which we've spoken about before. The Supreme Court has said that the Due Process Clause of the Fifth Amendment applies to all persons. That includes undocumented individuals who may be targeted for search and seizure by ICE agents. When ICE agents perform their duties, it is either with a warrant or without one. By law, ICE agents have the power without warrants to interrogate people believed to be aliens. This means they can question them as long as they don't restrict their ability to walk away. If they develop reasonable suspicion of a crime or a violation against the United States, agents may briefly detain a person to further investigate. Last, agents can arrest someone entering the United States illegally, as well as arrest anyone they believe to be an alien who is likely to escape before a warrant can be obtained for the person's arrest. Now, courts have interpreted the belief required from agents to be similar to the probable cause finding that local and state law enforcement officers must make to arrest someone. Now, how do ICE agents determine who is an alien? They might have documents that indicate someone is in the country illegally, or they may have informants. They could also develop information by questioning a person, their friends, neighbors, employer, or anyone else that knows the individual. Just recently in Nome versus Vasquez, the Supreme Court declined to stop ICE agents from detaining people based on the following factors. They are in locations like bus stops, car washes, day labor or pickup sites, agricultural sites, and other locations. They do specific kinds of work. They speak Spanish or English with an accent, and their race or ethnicity. ICE agents can also detain individuals by using warrants. There are two kinds: administrative warrants, usually called ICE warrants, and judicial warrants. A judicial warrant is created by a detached and neutral judge who determines whether law enforcement has probable cause to believe a crime has been committed. An ICE warrant is a form that is filled out by specified ICE agents that gives authority to others to arrest specific individuals. While this also requires a determination on probable cause that the individual in the warrant is subject to removal, it of course doesn't rely on the determination of a judge who would be neutral. To execute their detentions, ICE agents are allowed to enter any business or area open to the general public. For areas not open to the public, agents cannot enter without a judicial warrant or the consent of the owner. The law says that an ICE agent must, as soon as possible and when it is safe to do so, identify himself or herself as an immigration officer who is authorized to execute an arrest, and state that the person is under arrest and the reason for the arrest. If a criminal law is violated, the agents must advise the arrestee of their rights as soon as practical in a language the person understands. Now, supporters of ICE agents' current practices say that the political atmosphere has caused a greater risk of threat to ICE agents when they are detaining individuals, and so it is only safe for agents to identify themselves after the individual has been apprehended and is away from areas where there could be bad actors intent on harming or impeding their official duties. Now, those who don't support the procedures ICE agents are using say that ICE agents are not being threatened and that there is no reason not to identify themselves before detaining an individual. They claim that ICE agents who insist on not identifying themselves breach the public trust between law enforcement and the public itself and actually make the situation less safe because people are more inclined to resist if they don't know who is trying to detain them. So, should ICE agents identify themselves before encounters with people? You decide. Thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe, and leave comments below.